Hey YouTube, it's Earl here, and it's time for another tobacco review. So let's get to it. Tonight, I'm going to be smoking Meridian. It is a blend by Pease. It's an English blend. And if you didn't see, and you joined me recently, which many of you have, back in January, I started on a twofold kind of adventure. Two things I wanted to find this year in pipe smoking. One was an everyday smoke. Another was an aromatic that I felt like I could introduce people to. And by and large, I believe I found that. I never really, I guess, I showed you a lot of aromatic videos, but I never kind of showed you what my conclusion was that I came to on that. But if I had to choose two blends that I'd use as an aromatic to introduce people to pipe smoking, it would certainly be Lane Limited RL P6, which, let's face it, is probably Captain Black or something pretty dadgum close to it. And the other would be Lane HGL. I find that it's aromatic and has a little bit more complexity. I liked it. Also, there's a Sutliff Aromatic English. All of those great. But let's get back to my journey looking for an everyday smoke, because this is all about me, not about other people who might get into pipe smoking. Yeah, so I have dutifully been smoking Meridian over the past couple of months as I've been working in other things. Martin from Over a Pipe got me into an Esoterica blend, and that kind of sidetracked me for a little bit. So I've been smoking a lot of Pembroke, and honestly, it's made its way into a potential everyday smoke candidate, although it's hard to find, and that's the catch with it. But along with Meridian, I'd like to kind of investigate between that, Maltese Falcon, and Chelsea Morning. Which of those I think I'd prefer as my, since I'm really I don't smoke every day, I guess my go-to smoke. And something that I could begin to cellar a lot of. I've got a few blends that I really like, and I've cellared. But also I've found that my tastes have changed, and I've found some things that I think I might like more than that. So I've got plenty of Frogmorton stashed away, and I've got a few other GLP's blends, like Quiet Nights and Gaslight and Abingdon, stored away. But these three kind of have caught my attention a little bit more than others. Abingdon's very, very strong in Latakia content, which is a good thing for me. I like Latakia. Anyway, let's get to Meridian and talk about it and what it is. I'm going to relight my bowl here, and then we'll go along. Meridian is in GLP's Old London series. And so what you need to know about that is all of these are kind of, they're special takes on English type blends or English type tobaccos. There's sixpences in there, and that's kind of more in that vapor category. But what he's done with all of them is he's used old English ways of manufacturing tobacco. So that means a lot of what he has done is taken tobaccos, pressed them, sliced them into flakes, and then tumbled them out or cut them into broken flakes. And he's got at least one plug in there. Temple Bar is in that series. But that's kind of what that series tries to do. Meridian is kind of a classic English tobacco. So it's red and orange Virginias, although on the tin description, I think he only talks about red Virginias. Latakia, and then in particular he says small leaf Orientals, and in the description on his website he says sweet and spicy Orientals. And so that's really what it is. You got some Orientals, you got Latakia and Virginias. In the description on the website, he says that, you know, that Latakia and those Virginias really create a good earthy base, and I'll agree with that. this blend has a good earthy base to it. A lot of dark, leathery, earthy flavors. And that probably is just a combination of the Virginia tobacco being pressed with the Orientals. When you first light, you get that wonderful kind of initial fragrant Latakia flavor. That kind of goes into the background. And I really think of this blend as more Oriental forward than anything. And I say that because I don't get your classic Virginia flavors. I don't get your classic really predominant Latakia. It's there, but I get a lot more spice on the tongue here. And I really have to be kind of careful of my pace with it, because otherwise it can turn into tongue bite if I'm not careful. The cut is a ribbon cut. It's very easy to pack a bowl. It's you do have larger chunks because it was cut into flakes, and then they were tumbled or ready rubbed out, and so you got some large chunks in there, some stuff that's still kind of in micro flake form. Micro flake? Yeah, I'll go with that. But it's a good classic blend, and I do think it's a little bit more Oriental and Latakia forward in it. I think I originally got it the first time about a year ago because I'm in love with Latakia, and Mr. Pease makes mention that this has a good bit of Latakia in it. I believe the most out of the Old London series. And I just find it good. It's got some moments of sweetness, but it's mainly a good earthy, leathery smoke. In the tin, you know, on that you get I get lots of, I get a little bit of vinegar and campfire. That's really their major notes there. But it's just a good blend. I like it. What can I say? So that is my review of Meridian. And so yeah, it's a good classic English blend. Got a little bit of spice. Isn't dominated by Virginias or any sweetness there. Has a good earthiness, and the Latakia is present and well balanced. So with that, as the Earl of Pipes, YouTube, have a good night.